Sport teams are often regarded as the epitome of passion, unity, and fair competition. However, beneath the surface, there are instances where franchises have been managed just for the best of the team, or at least they thought, not regarding the loyalty or commitment from their most influential players. While they have a storied history and success on the basketball court, I think the Boston Celtics are a cruel franchise, and here's why. The Boston Celtics, historically, have exhibited a lack of empathy towards their players. Paul Pierce, one of the most iconic players in the history of the Boston Celtics, has been subject to criticism and perceived disrespect by the franchise. While the exact reasons behind the perceived disrespect may vary depending on different perspectives, there are a few key factors that have contributed to this perception. After Pierce's 15 seasons with the Celtics, which included winning the NBA championship in 2008 and numerous memorable moments, fans and analysts expected the organization to honor his contributions with a retirement ceremony worthy of his stature. However, no official ceremony or acknowledgement was given to Pierce until a few years later, when the Celtics eventually retired his jersey in 2018. The perceived disrespect towards Paul Pierce can also be attributed to a comparison with the treatment of other Celtics legends. The delay in honoring Pierce in a similar fashion created a contrast that led some fans to feel that he was not being valued or respected to the same extent. Of course, this wasn't the only disrespect of Celtics fans. Back in the good old days, the Celtics had one of the most iconic players in the NBA. Bill Russell, a basketball legend and one of the greatest players of all time, unfortunately experienced abuse and mistreatment from some Celtics fans during his playing career. As an African American player in the 1950s and 1960s, Russell faced racial prejudice and discrimination, even from his own team's fan base. Despite his incredible success on the court, winning 11 NBA championships with the Celtics, Russell was subjected to racist taunts, slurs, and even threats from a small but vocal segment of the fans. This abuse took a toll on his mental and emotional well-being, as he was not only expected to perform at an elite level, but also had to navigate the harsh realities of racial discrimination. Besides being hurt by the fans, there have been moments where the fans have loved the player a lot, but the front office decided to take them off because they think it's the best for the team. Isaiah Thomas played for the Celtics from 2015 to 2017 and had a memorable tenure with the team. During the 2016 season, he showed exceptional resilience and dedication, leading the Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals despite the tragic loss of his sister. However, despite his outstanding performances and the emotional toll he endured, the Celtics traded him to the Cleveland Cavaliers in a deal that was seen by many as a betrayal. This trade, made shortly after Thomas underwent hip surgery, demonstrated a lack of loyalty and empathy towards a player who had given his all to the team. The abrupt nature of the trade, without a proper acknowledgement of Thomas' contributions, left many fans and observers questioning the Celtics' treatment of their players. It was a harsh reminder that, in the world of professional sports, players can often be treated as commodities rather than the human beings with emotions and personal struggles. That trade brought in Kyrie Irving, which to many thought would be an amazing trade since IT was injured anyways, but Kyrie only played 2 years with the Celtics and then leaving and betraying them for the rebuild in the Brooklyn Nets. It was karma at its finest, since IT's career went downhill after getting traded, being in 7 different teams in 5 different seasons: the Cavs, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Wizards, the Pelicans, the Mavs, and the Hornets. In IT's timeline, there was an emerging star in Marcus Smart, who had Celtics fans dreaming with a big three in Tatum, Brown, and Smart. They worked well together, and some say that the glue to that big three was Smart, which I completely agree with because he was the heart and soul of that team, but this three was broken up a few weeks ago. Smart was a solid point guard, not specifically known for his shooting, but known for his leadership, passing, being a floor general, and his grit and grind hustle mentality that won him a Defensive Player of the Year a few seasons ago. Although he was a great asset for his team, the front office apparently saw him as an asset to trade. The Celtics have been a weak franchise during these recent years since they haven't met their championship expectations, only reaching the finals last year and losing against the Warriors. Fans and media used to blame Tatum or Brown for not showing up, so why'd they take out one of the players that has been performing for you to take an injury-prone Kristaps Porzingis? It's a lot of questionable trades for the Celtics, and I think it's something they will regret in the future, since Smart was Boston, and Boston was Smart. While the Boston Celtics have a rich legacy and a dedicated fan base, it is crucial to acknowledge the instances where the franchise has demonstrated cruelty. From the lack of empathy towards their players to strained coach-player relationships, racial tensions, and the treatment of legends, these factors contribute to a perception of the Celtics as a cruel franchise. As fans and observers, it is important to hold organizations accountable for their actions and advocate for a more compassionate and inclusive approach within the world of professional sports. While they have a storied history and success on the basketball court, their recent actions, whether driven by the front office or fan behavior, demonstrate a lack of empathy, loyalty, and respect towards players who have given their all for their organization. As the Celtics move forward, it is essential for the franchise to reflect on their treatment of players and strive for a more compassionate and supportive approach, understanding the significance of their role in the lives of those who represent the team on and off the court.
These niggas gave up on me. They gave up on me.